Hi all, welcome back to my channel and our traveling adventures. We're on our way to Tallulah Gorge, which is located in Georgia, where we hope to do some hiking and some kayaking. We left the house early in hopes to secure one of the limited daily permits which allows us to hike the gorge floor. So join us on this adventure.
Welcome to Georgia.
We arrived at the Tallulah Gorge Visitor Center at 8 a.m., and to our surprise, there wasn't a line of people trying to get a pass for the hike on the gorge floor bottom. Hours of operation for the park are 8 a.m. to dark. Permits are limited to 100 per day, and we were told that on busy days, they are all issued early in the morning. Since no one was at the Visitor Center desk, we walked over to the gift shop to see about the permits. However, we ran into some bad news.
Hey, can I help you?
Hello, so you don't have permits?
We don't today. They're actually doing water releases. So that's going to be every day in the month of September. I just learned that. So
okay.
no permits this morning.
It was not on the internet. It was dated some 20th or something, so I did not know.
Yeah, I just learned it also. So yeah, no permits today though.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Alright, well, looks like they don't have passes this month. They're doing water releases, she said, so we're going to check out the trails and still do the hiking. We just won't be able to go down to the base of the gorge, but that's alright. We'll still have fun.
Despite not being able to hike the gorge floor, there was still plenty of hiking available. Visitors can hike the rim trails to several overlooks with grand views of the gorge and walk on a suspension bridge which sways 80 feet above the rocky bottom, providing a spectacular view of the river and waterfalls. There are 10 overlooks along the park's hiking trails. As we found out, this is not an easy hike. There are 1,099 stair steps along the way, which will give you quite the workout. The north and south rim trails consist of 3 miles of round-trip hiking, which will take you approximately 2 hours to hike. There are many warning signs along the way that suggest to not attempt this trail if you have any known health conditions. As we descend the first set of steps, which will take us to the suspension bridge, it is 620 steps down to that bridge, with plenty of resting stops along the way for those either going down or coming back up.
And that was all the steps. Whoop, nope, we've got a couple more steps. And now that was all the steps before we get to the suspension bridge. The bridge shakes a little bit.
2 miles long and nearly 1,000 feet deep, the Tallulah Gorge is one of the most dramatic canyons in the eastern United States. The suspension bridge sways 80 feet above the rocky bottom, providing spectacular views of the waterfalls. For those still feeling adventurous, there is another 221 steps down to the Hurricane Falls platform. Be warned, what goes down must come back up, and there are no elevators to get you back up to the top of the gorge. Going down steps is easy. It is that journey back up is when it becomes strenuous.
So if they would have been issuing permits today, we would have entered right over here. There's a little gate, and there's also warning signs saying that you're not allowed to enter without a permit. But because they're releasing water today, they're not issuing permits.
The Hurricane Falls platform gives you a nice view of Hurricane Falls. The water release probably made it look so much better. Even though we did not get to walk on the gorge floor, we still got quite the workout that day. And actually, after started climbing the steps back up, it might have been a good thing that there was a water release, because each step back up told me just how much out of shape I really was.
Going down is easy. Going back up is tough. Definitely feel those muscles in the legs burning.
This was just the first 221 steps that we had climbed up from Hurricane Falls platform. We had the suspension bridge to our right and more steps to the South Rim Trail to our left. There were more outlooks for us to view, so we continued on our hike. While the sign claimed it would only be 347 more steps, it sure felt like there was a lot more than that. There were several stops that we made along the way to catch our breath and to rest our burning muscles.
Can't catch my breath. With that sign, they aren't joking. Even someone who feels healthy is going to get winded climbing these steps back up. Oh, this is rough. But onward we must go. Almost there. Let's see the last steps.
Who's the hiking?
Oh, there's still a hike left.
No more steps. No more steps. No more steps.
With the bulk of the steps now behind us, we still had plenty more hiking to go to complete the rim trail and to check out the overlooks. As tiring as it was, the scenic beauty made it all worthwhile.
Well, now we're to the hiking portion.
Sort of.
We've got some stairs going down. I'm always worried about the stairs going down because that means there's probably stairs going up.
No, I think flat. Look.
That looks flat. We're supposed to meet up with the road here eventually, according to the map. So some of the overlooks are somewhat overgrown where you really can't see much.
As we continued the hike, we did find this nice mural painted along the trail. And as a reminder, if you've enjoyed this video so far, please like this video and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Kayak 7 Seas.
The bridge. You go back down the bridge and I'll take your picture from here.
You can go. I can take it.
No, I ain't doing them steps again. Yeah, I know. The map says we have to go alongside the parallel the road, remember?
Above that dam?
Oh, I don't know. We'll see. Probably the scariest part of the hike is walking on the side of the road with these cars whizzing by you. Not my favorite part of the hike. But these ones aren't as bad as the other ones. Overlook 3, which is where we started from. So we've done the whole loop. Hooray, now looking back at the overlook, I can recognize some of the areas we've been. Such as the bridge up ahead is the one that we walked across. the scary bridge with the traffic, yeah. And we walked back through that way. We started out looking at that waterfall, and we walked all the way around the gorge. We were over at that lookout. Let's tell you what it is. Tightrope walker used this tower to walk across the gorge.
In 1970, tightrope walker Carl Wallinda walked across the gorge in a death-defying high-wire act. Wallinda slowly stepped along the tightrope spanning approximately 1,000 feet across and 750 feet above the ground. After 18 minutes, the 65-year-old hopped off the platform on the other side. It was cool to see remnants from this high-wire's metal tower still here.
We've checked out all the overlooks, and now we're heading back to the gift shop. And I think we might find lunch before we start kayaking. Well,
After our hike and some lunch, we headed to the other side of the Tallulah Falls Dam for some kayaking adventures. We weren't sure what to expect, but we knew this would be our first body of water in Georgia that we've paddled. The water was very clean, and we were tipped off by some of the others on the water that there was a little waterfall that would be worth checking out, so we paddled in that direction.
nice little stream. Drops off into this little lake. Get us out of here without getting tipped. Someone's got a rope swing.
Those rocks tend to break in a block.
Yeah.
It could be natural. It's different than we kayak last week. They are round. I hear water from there, left.
While these waterfalls were a bit smaller than some of those we had seen earlier this year in some of our other adventures, it is still very cool to find these hidden gems along our paddling trail. Things like this make each adventure unique and special. This is one of the reasons I love getting out on the water. As our paddling portion of the day was coming to an end, we would have a long drive back to complete a very active day. However, be sure to stick around and discover what roadside attraction we would stop by on our way home.
Alright guys, while we were driving home, we saw this, and so we had to stop.
On our travels to and from Georgia, this roadside attraction has caught my eye a time or two. Today was going to be the day that I would stop and check it out. Goats on a Roof is located in Tiger, Georgia, along 441. They carry boiled peanuts, jams and jellies, variety of jarred goods, unique gifts, t-shirts, homemade fudge, award-winning nitro homemade ice cream, gem mining, and a playground. It's great family fun and a unique place to stop and rest. According to the Goats on the Roof website, the concept of having live goats on a roof dates back 40 years to the legendary Al Johnson's Swedish restaurant in Door County, Wisconsin. The Johnson family began letting goats graze on the sodded roof of their Sister Bay, Wisconsin eatery to attract crowds, and boy has it worked well for them. 4 decades later, the restaurant is still going strong, and the goats and the Swedish pancakes are as popular as ever. Now, thanks to a licensing agreement with the restaurant, the Tiger, Georgia attraction is able to share the same fun and unique features with visitors to the great Northeast Georgia mountains. When we were visiting Goats on a Roof, the Discovery Channel had some people up on the roof documenting this roadside attraction. Otherwise, normally you don't see people up on the roof interacting with the goats. Thank you for joining us on our adventure visiting the Tallulah Gorge in Georgia. We had a blast hiking, kayaking, and exploring the area. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to click that like button. If you're new to this channel or have not yet subscribed, consider subscribing. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Be sure to check out some of our past videos for some other locations to visit. Until the next time, hope to see you out on the water someday.